Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Frieren episode 22. It is called Future Enemies. And when I just read that title, I immediately thought about that quote from Captain America that he says it to Iron Man when he's chopping wood. And he says, "Every time you try to win a war before it starts, people end up dead. Every time." Or something like that. Because future enemies sounds like you're not enemies right now, but you will be in the future. So, like, it just gave me that thought. Anyway, in the live chat, we have Cherry, Hunter, Mike, Modru, Kadaj is here. Ow. Sotos is calling his mother because he's a fake weeb. No, it's all good weebs love their mothers. Anyway. No, this one. So I'm watching as usual on Crunchyroll. And yeah. The episode did just come out, so everyone is going to be watching like timer away with me. But if you're watching the playback on YouTube, like the reaction highlights, obviously you don't have to worry about the countdown. So, are you ready? Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up if you can, and leave a comment. That is even better. Even if it's just like, tell me where you are from, or a little heart. Or your favorite part in the episode. That would be nice to read. Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he had to spend some time without them, but he liked it. For a while. Juice. To her, you will always be a Gaki. Tsuki. Sorry. He's a cat person. Please tell me he's a... Oh, baby. Oh, help the baby. He's a cat person. I love him. Oh. Pause. At 8 minutes and 31 seconds. This is the second time recently in a short amount of time where someone talks about a magic or a power that develops closely with their personality or the life that they've led, you know, like maybe a little bit of nature, nurture, whatever. Like the power that they receive is not random. It's either due to their nature or the way that they're brought up, or maybe a mixture of the two, and that kind of gives them certain spells or powers or whatever, or magic. Actually, the other show that I saw it in recently was Chained Soldier. It's an ecchi show. I really like it. But I've had this kind of theory about My Hero Academia for a long time, and I've always wondered or hoped that it would at some point delve more deeply into stuff like that. Like not exactly the person's personality, but maybe it can be hereditary. I mean, we see in My Hero Academia that sometimes children inherit their parents' power, but they kind of still make it their own with. So yeah, I like to delve into this kind of thing. Like having random powers, I guess, is interesting in some way, but how you obtained it can be a very interesting part of a story to explore. Like even in Naruto, the family you're brought up in or who your sensei is in some way. Oh, and in Hunter x Hunter, I was reading, I'm on chapter 60 of Hunter x Hunter, but I was recently reading about Nen and stuff again. And a lot of the times that, like Hisoka's Banji Gum or whatever, a lot of that also has to do with the person's affinity. So, yeah, I like that part in stories. Okay, anyway. Not that, you know, picking up a random fruit and eating it and getting a power isn't also fun. But I like when there's different. Okay. And it's been there for more than 80 years. I bet. Aww. Omuraisu, steak. A lot of dessert. Oh. Aww. Aww. But that's kind of bound to happen when the environment changes and people's farming change. Like even though what they feed the cow will change the flavor of the steak. So it's not really up to him. He can keep all his cooking the same. But if the spices that he uses, he gains it from farmers. The meat, it comes from farmers. So if they change something, his food will change. Maybe not by much, but to someone who can pick up on, you know, little hints and stuff. People with a well-developed palate, I guess. And she's had hundreds of years to develop her palate. She can pick up on it. I'm going to be fun in when I go to Japan. Just puddings. Especially the fluffy pancakes. I want to try the fluffy pancakes. Okay. Oh. They're all so cute. Oh, look, she's so happy. We're broke. Oh, she looks so happy. was worried I was gonna spit out my coffee. But it's so funny, like the guys, I cannot teach you anymore. You are at the peak of martial artistry, blah blah blah. And then he's like, I don't know that guy. He just started talking to me while I was training. Oh my gosh. Okay.
お願いだよ、シュタルク。仲裁してよ。私だと話してくれないんだよ。やだよ。怖いもん。そうだよね。見ちゃってごめんね。
I'm like that too, but I don't give people the silent treatment. I explode.
待たせたなあかんね。
Ooh.
可愛い格好だね、ラビーネ。兄貴たちがデートから帰ってきてんだよ。毎回出来上がって。
Cute! Oh! Oh! I love that.
私より甘やかされてんじゃん。じゃあ、今日は私がエスコートするね、ラビーネちゃん。
I thought she was gonna say Jo-sama. Oh, Jo-sama.
おい、お前戦士だろ。ちょっと、やだ。何？
Nani? Yada.
お前すごくいいな。なんなの？試験であったな。こいつお前の仲間か。借りたっていい。
The duo we needed, yeah. Hidoi! Oh, I love these interactions. I understand now the title. It's about even if they are future enemies, like they're gonna be rivals and coming tests. But right now they're all in the same town and they're all crossing paths. And they can have lunch together or dinner or he can help them. It doesn't matter because they're not enemies right now, but in the future. どうぞ。ひどい Too cute. Aww. Okay, I am paused now. I wanted to say, I'm sure everyone has a different reason to help others. I have not thus far in my life, as far as I remember, helped anyone in order to be remembered. I think my personal reason for helping others, even in small ways, would be because I feel like that's the kind of world I want to live in. Like if I was in someone else's position and I needed, but it's not so much. Wasn't really my perspective. My perspective is more like because people have helped me, I feel like I should help people because I would like to think that that circle, I didn't help people who helped me. People in my past have helped me, and then I help other people. Like, it doesn't always have to be reciprocal like that, but, if you can just pay it forward when you're able to, hopefully when you're unable to and you might need a helping hand, someone else will then be there. I think I just want to put a bit of that energy into the world, like, and create the kind of place that where people who help people who can help people do help people, because not everyone who can help people do help people, but you also shouldn't force others because then it's not really help, and the good acts like that shouldn't be forced. You shouldn't feel like you have to. You should feel like you want to. And everyone's reason for wanting to could be different depending on the life that you've led, right? Proctor.
せっかく第一次試験に受かったのに、どういうことですか？前世の担当した試験は過去4回。いずれも合格者は0人だ。
Oh.
は平和主義者だよ。ゲナウとは違ってね。
That's kind of my logic also with my parents. I don't think I could repay them for what they gave me. Not that I think children should, but still, I give forward to future children and the lovely cycle keeps going. Yeah, that's more in like a literal sense. Like, your parents helped you, so you will help your kids. Like, it's a specific cycle. But I was also talking about, like, because when I was 19 and 20, I was in university and I didn't have, like, family near me. So my parents' family friends that live in my hometown, they had family there. And they told me, whenever I need a home cooked meal or whatever, I could just come stay with them for a weekend. And that really helped me a lot, just not to be too alone. And yeah, the lady, the owner of the house, it was her and her husband and their son. She didn't have to do a lot of things that she did for me. Just mainly letting me stay there, but also other things. So in that way, like, just strangers helping strangers. But there's always, you can talk about that more deeply, because there's other pitfalls where if you're just helping people too much, like I've spoken about places in Cape Town where you're not allowed to give money to people on the street because that keeps them on the street, because Cape Town is a place where a lot of tourists travel. So some people get more money on the street than they would having a consistent job, and they end up spending the money on drugs, and it just gets worse for them. And there are places where they can go for food and job or to sleep at night, but they're not allowed to go if they're smelling of alcohol or stuff like that. So they have to keep on the straight and narrow. But it's difficult for them to do when tourists are handing out like chunks of money because they feel sorry for them. And so, I mean, even helping someone could not be helping them sometimes. But that's not what I'm talking about, obviously. I really want to see more of Stark and the werewolf together. I help people because the way I thought about my parents, and it's also just in my nature. Well, if your parents taught you to do it, they did nurture you for that to be your nature, I guess. The episode was very slice of lifey. I enjoyed it. It reminds me of, and it makes me miss fairy tale. Yeah, kind of like the town and helping each other. Yeah. Anyway, yes, a very nice slice of life episode with lots to talk about. Ooh, I want to watch. Mimic. Sorry, I was thinking about in D&D when I saw a mimic. A dungeon? Ooh, Baldur's Gate? No. Dungeons and Dragons. Fun times. Stark. I'm glad he had a great time lazing around without them. Fern calling him out is adorable. He looks like a naughty child caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Fern and Stark as a duo are really adorable. It is Frieren's Friday. I love their difference in food choices so much. Stark glowing at the sight of omurice. Frieren happy and content at her plate of slabs of meat. And Fern overjoyed with her sweet selection. Honestly, it's making me hungry. Me too. I'm hungry now. I'm gonna go eat. Yeah, it's kind of cute. She likes sweet things. His is quite simple but tasty. Maybe she's sweet and he's simple. And Frieren is strong from all the meat she eats. Okay, well, that was great. I really enjoyed it. It was very slice of lifey, kind of like a good in-between episode before the next big test. So I'll see you guys for episode 23 next week. Bye.